Look at this pile of stuff here. This is my haul from TFCon, which is Transformers Convention in Toronto 2023. So this is a quick video on all of the pickups from the show. Let's check them all out. So the first thing in this video, which is really cool, this was I think my second purchase at the show. This is 1984. This is Jazz in his MARTINI Porsche 911 form, and this is just really cool because this one still has the key for the car, which is impressive considering this is from 1984, even before the movie. And you know, this car is in really good shape and all that, so I saw this and I love Porsche, so I had to get this for the collection. This is one of the first purchases of the show. I thought it was really cool. Look at that. This is one of my favorite Transformers of all time from TFCon. This is a 1983 Soundwave. Look at how old this is. This came out even before the G1 movie. This is 83. This is the first release of this. This is so cool, and everything still works on it. It still fully transforms, everything included. This is one of my all-time favorite Transformers. So this is really cool. This is a Shockwave from 2006, and this is a small hand-sized one. I remember this series when they came out back when I was young. They were really cool. I'd like to collect these because the detail on these were pretty good considering they're just a few inches tall. So when I saw these at the show, I just had to get one of these for my collection because this was such a memory of these. So this is Soundwave. If you've seen my videos, you know Soundwave is one of my favorite Transformers. This is a cool Decepticon because this one is from a brand called Creo, which Hasbro created, and it was basically like almost like Bionicles. They also had Lego though. So these you could buy in different sets and you could assemble them. Like all this is like takeable. You can take it apart, you can reassemble it, you can build it. So I had Galvatron and all those ones, but I've never had a Soundwave one. So when I saw the Soundwave at the show, I knew I had to get this for my collection of Decepticons. It's really cool. This is really cool. This isn't a Transformer, this is a dragon. This is like a water dragon. It's called an axolotl. And it's a little lizard that swims underwater and all that. And these are hand painted. This is from Japan. This is a really cool thing for my collection because I just love lizards. So I knew this would be just the cutest thing at the show. Pez. This is a stormtrooper from the First Order in Pez, which is kind of interesting. We've got an Optimus Prime Pez still in the package. This is really cool. This is brand new. I haven't seen this before. Star Wars deck of cards. This would be great to get them to autograph at like Star Wars Day or something. This has a lot of potential. So this is another thing from the show. This is a Pokemon. This is a Pokemon called SHROOMISH. I think this is just one of the cutest Pokemon. So when I saw this there, this was the first one of them I picked. I got 5 Pokemon total. This is really cool. This is a Star Wars set, but this is actually Hot Wheels. This is way back. This is old. This is from the Clone Wars series. This is a Star Wars attack gunship. This I think is one of the coolest ships in Star Wars, how it fills up with clones and Jedi and all that. So when I saw this there, this was like a little tidbit to me that I remember from the Clone Wars, so I had to get this. I thought it was really cool. This was from a set from a silent auction of Star Wars stuff. So at the Transformers convention, I also got 3 different Insecticons. This one here, which is really cool. I like the color scheme on that. And then this one, which is a praying mantis. I always think the Insecticons are such cool, so I always try to collect all the different types of them. And these 3 were a good deal, 3 for 10, so I just decided to get all 3 of them. This is really cool. This is a 2015 Star Wars Death Star, and I can't believe how heavy this is. So this was in a package from TFCon from a silent auction that was Star Wars themed, so it was a Transformers event, but they did have this, so this is really cool. This is just a really nice detailed display, and it spins, and I think it does something too. I haven't figured it out yet. Something else really cool. Look at this. This is Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars, Episode 3, coin from 2005. This is really cool because when this movie came out in 2005, I remember seeing this coin like as collector stuff on eBay and all that. But then this was in a thing from TFCon, so I thought this was really cool to get this in my collection because this has been something I've always wanted. And finally I have it, and I didn't expect to see this at Transformers event, you know? So if you saw the start of this video, you'd see I got 5 Pokemon at this event. They were 5 for 20. So these 2 were twins. I got 2 of them. They're called Paris. They're really cute Pokemon, and I love these on Pokemon Go. I think they're just really adorable, so I saw these 2 twins there, and I had to get both of them for the Pokemon collection. Because I've always liked these, but I've never seen like them as like a little figure, so thought this was cool because, you know, most of the figures are like just like the starter Pokemon, so it's interesting when you get to see something kind of different as a Pokemon, so I knew I had to get these. So this is kind of random for a Transformers video. It's a Star Wars set of Nerf darts, but this was in the Star Wars Silent Auction set at TFCon. So this was included. It's kind of interesting though because they glow in the dark and they're green like Yoda. And they're Star Wars edition, so these are just nice to have. Look at this little cutie. Shock Blast. This was $1 at TFCon. I always like these nice little things at TFCon. Everyone goes for, like, you know, the big Transformers and all that, and those are fun to collect, but sometimes these are really cool too to get as these little guys. So this one's really cute. This is a Pokemon called Fanvi, and this was the 4th Pokemon out of 5 I got from TFCon. And this one's really cute. I think this one's really adorable in both like the anime and on Pokemon Go. And I really like the evolution of this one, but I've never seen it as, like, I've seen it as a plush, but I've never seen it as like a little 2-inch figure, so I thought this was really cute, so I had to get this one because it's just adorable. So just look at how cute that Pokemon is. Oh. So this is definitely not something you'd expect to see at a Transformers convention, but look what I got. 3 lightsabers to complete my Star Wars cosplay costume for Halloween and like conventions. So that's really interesting because I did not expect these at all. So this is super cool. Look at this. This is another thing from the Star Wars auction. This is a Star Wars timeline game which takes about 15 minutes. It's for 8+ players or 2 to 8 turns or something like that. And it's just a game where you have to try and assemble all the Star Wars stuff in order and guess like where it went in their timeline. This looks pretty cool. This I can't wait to play. Look at this. This is a really cool Star Wars gift here. So this is from Bebot's Toys, and this is like a really special wind-up Star Wars character. This is just really nice in the collection just to put this on a shelf. This is really cool. I can't believe this was included in like the $20 Star Wars auction. The next thing though is this. This is a reading book. This is Star Wars Rebels, which is a Star Wars series. And it's just, you know, a nice beginner book about Star Wars, which I'd love to enjoy reading this later. This is kind of cool. I didn't expect to get so much Star Wars stuff at TFCon. Look at this. So this is from McDonald's actually, which is really interesting because I didn't even know about this set. This is a Star Wars Dark Side Saga set, which includes Darth Maul, Darth Vader, and Darth Sidious the Emperor. And these are all the different ones. So these were at McDonald's quite a while ago. But we never got these here in Canada, so this is a really cool set because I've never seen these before. And now I have like 3 of them, so that's really cool. It's like a Christmas set. So this is really cool. Also included, which was too big for the thumbnail of the video, this is every Star Wars poster, the original poster from that movie. All of them are in here, every single Star Wars episode, which is really cool. And there's too many to show them all, but just enjoy looking at these 2. So this is also really cool. This is a Star Wars Mega Model set, which this is like really thick catalog booklet, and it's all these different things. And what you do is like, here's Boba Fett's helmet, for example. You pop them out, and they're like a plastic cardboard, and you can like make the different models and stuff and collectibles. And there's a ton of them. Like I said, this is a really big book of them, so this will be fun. So this is also something I didn't expect. There was a Transformers bag. This is from Transformers Prime, which was an animated series in the early 2010s, and it went on for quite a few years. This was actually one of my favorite Transformers series. A lot of the modern Transformers series I find very childish. I think this was one of the last like great ones. So this is really cool to have because I enjoyed that series. So another thing that's in there, which is not Transformers but Star Wars, is these. These are really cool. So this is from Topps, which makes hockey cards. And there's more of these, but these are just a few I'm going to show you in the video. And they're just full-size cards of like detailed Star Wars models. Like here's the Praetorian Guard helmet, for example. Here's Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Here's another lightsaber, which is really cool. And then not included in that, but this is TFCon Toronto had like a special like food and drink menu. So this is the one that I had here. This one's called the Wild Rider, this drink, and that's kind of interesting. And so that Star Wars set of cards is from The Last Jedi movie, which is really nice. That movie did look good in theaters. This is really cool. This is quite old too. Look at this. This is a Star Wars The Clone Wars book. It's a crash course on the whole thing. So this probably came out in about 2008. This is really old because it has the old animations on it. Could even be older because there was 2 different Star Wars The Clone Wars. There was an animated one and then there was a cartoon one. So this might be interesting to look up and read. The next thing, this is from 2009. This is the Star Wars: The Clone Wars. This is from the second season. This is how to draw all your favorite Clone Wars characters, and it shows you how to draw them and all that, and it has this really cool wax paper. You can trace it onto like a tablet or a phone or anything, and it's got every Star Wars character from the Clone Wars and beyond. Yet another Star Wars thing, look at this. This is really cool. So this is from Scholastic, and it's a book, Lego Star Wars Adventures, and it's like games and stickers and all this cool stuff about like everything, like First Flight, how to build like Star Wars ships with Lego and all this cool stuff. So here's a one-step Transformers changer, which is pretty cool. So this one, you just push the exhaust down and lift them up and he transforms. And this kind of resembles a Porsche 917. I really think it's a nice car, and I like that it transforms so fast. It just pops up on its own. It's really neat. Next is this. This is from the Star Wars Han Solo film, the single film. This is basically, it's a Han Solo card game like they're seen played in the spaceports in the game. And the goal is to win the Millennium Falcon if you win the game. And this is kind of cool because it's like a futuristic Star Wars game. So this is really cool to be done, and it's never been opened, which is nice. Well, this is going to make the collectors go crazy. Look at this. This is the Star Wars trilogy. This is an unopened commemorative trilogy DVD collection featuring 3 of Star Wars' favorite characters, Han Solo, Leia, and Chewbacca. And this is very, very old. So this one's from 2004. This was a special edition from them. And I think this is just magical. So again, here's the lightsabers in further detail. This one's a blue blade here. 2 of them are blue. This one's a red blade here. This one's got a Sith Lord, one like Sidious or Vader. And then we have a third one here, which is also connectable to another one, so it can be a double. And these are really nice lightsabers for the collection. These are really cool. Can't wait to use them on Halloween. This I've never seen before. This is like a dark trooper, and it lights up. It has a light up eye, like it's almost like a Gundam and all that. And this is huge, this figure. This is not a Transformer, though. This is a Star Wars character, and I can't believe the size of it. This is like the size of like some of the bigger Transformers models. It's really cool. This is a Star Wars book, another Star Wars book, and it's like a holographic book. So as you move this, as you move the pages, this does different stuff. It's really cool because it tells a story of like the best Star Wars scenes, and there's quotes to go along with it as you go along through the book, which is really cool. Like here's Jango Fett fighting Obi-Wan. So the second last thing in this video, this is from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. This is really cool. So this comes with all these posters and all this cool stuff. This is a Best Buy exclusive from way back in the day. And it has posters and stuff inside of when you open this up, and it's really cool. This is a really beautiful backdrop for a wall. Look at that. So this is the Mustafar system in the back. And the last thing in the video, this is not Transformers or Star Wars, but it's from that show. This is MAZDA RX-7, which is a JDM car. This is a set of earrings for it to wear to like car shows and stuff, but these are really cool because the RX-7 is one of the best JDM cars. Like if you've seen my channel, you know like your cars. And it's one of the favorite of like all the car enthusiasts out there with like the rotary engine and all that. RX-7 is a really cool car, so I had to get these for my collection of like car themed stuff. And that's all I got from TFCon this year, so thanks for watching the collection. Stay tuned for more.